Hello, my name is Jacob Roberts, and we're going to be talking today about multiple part systems to create a puzzle. My example here is a very interesting puzzle from the game Inside. As you could see earlier, I entered a room and interacted with a button to lower some water, and then I am greeted with another button outside that raises water. The assumption here for the puzzle is that you raise the water and can reach the chain to get out and go on. But the catch, as you can shortly see, is that I can not actually reach the water or the chain and have to try to figure out how to get a little bit of a boost to reach the chain and continue on. So, after a couple of tries, you can see that the revelation still hasn't been made quite apparent, and that's really what you want in your puzzle games. The ability to make something simple to be so hard to figure out and get that feeling of immense satisfaction from finally solving it, aka the revelation. The puzzles may seem very simple on the surface, but the catch hits you hard and makes you feel helpless until the revelation becomes apparent to you. And then you feel like a genius and you want to tell your friends and show them how you did it. And that's a very big key to a good puzzle, in my opinion. The ability to make something very vague and simple, yet very difficult, and it makes the player want to continue and makes them want to figure it out because they know that they're better than that. And I think that is very ideal when it comes to making puzzle games. And that's what we try to strive to do with our game. The information given had you believe that you had to do things in a certain order in which to solve the puzzle. But after thought and trial and error, you can see that there are more things possible than meets the eye, and the revelation for this puzzle can finally be discovered. Eventually, you can see that the assumption of raising and lowering the water in succession with the two separate buttons in the inside and the outside are not the answer here. But to dive back underneath the water and hit the button again to lower it. And eventually we swim over and hit the button, and as it is lowering, you can see that you can quickly make your way over while the water is going down to position yourself over top of the platform and get into the next room. It takes me a bit to get it figured out, but you can see that I eventually solved this part of the puzzle. And as I'm entering this room, you can see that there's a tilted box, and I try to interact with it. Some assumptions can be correct in a puzzle for the first time, and in this case, interacting with the box and dragging it outside to where the water is was correct in this instance. So eventually, the box is being dragged out here, and the button will raise the water, and as the water is raising, eventually here we can see that my assumption is correct on this instance. Sometimes you make an assumption and then there is a catch, but sometimes you can make an assumption and it's correct. It just depends on how you want to set up your level. It's a very simple puzzle by design, but the information provided is the catch, and the revelation is to try to think outside of what's been proven to be possible and try something new. Thank you for your time.